Sitting around the ballroom, they're talking about tomorrow when they're taking Johnny away. Said he wasn't no good, never done the things that he should. That's all the judge had to say. He went in the army when he was 18. Crazy young Irish and mean. Took a kid who was half gone all the way to be wrong with bloodlust and them 16s. His father, he thanks us for coming.
All right, we are back. It's true. Now, before we get going, we are missing a major component of this podcast, a key component. But part of the reason that we got a third member here, Matthew Fitzmaurice, is so that we said at the beginning, if one of us can't make it or something comes up, we can still do the show and put it out because we have sponsors. They expect the show every week. So it turned out that Danny had something come up last minute that he had to attend to. So we are back. Danny will be back next week with us, as always. But for this week, you are stuck with Josh the Ironworker.
Hello, America.
Not stuck with. Have the pleasure of having Josh the Ironworker.
Well, I'm happy to be here.
True pleasure.
I got a lot of energy tonight, and I'm happy to be here.
All right, so real quick, before we get into it, want to announce new sponsor. We talked about this it was on Instagram and everything. Misguided Spirits. My guy James, Big Bad James from Brooklyn, all right? Started this company, bootstrapped it, right? Was a bartender, just raised the money, did it himself. It's employee-owned. They're out of Brooklyn, New York. They're in 26 states. They're at Lily P's. So if you go to Lily P's, it's cross-promotion. You can get their drinks. That's where I got my first taste of their drinks. So we've been talking for a while about connecting and making this happen. He was up here this weekend. He's like, I'm coming to your bar with, let's get this thing done. That's my type of guy, by the way. Let's get this done. All right?
Because it seemed like the conversation just lulled for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he was just like, hey, I want to do this. Let's
and the thing is that, like, we're busy because we have all these kids and shit.
100%.
He's busy because he's literally like, he's going to Mexico City on like Tuesday.
Yeah,
like,
you said what, 26
yeah,
states?
like he's all over the place. So, anyways, like we knew we were going to hook it up. As I told this story a while back, but I'm going to tell it again real quick. He was in here. He was like, dude, this dude pulled up in a Jeep. I was at Lily P's. He came in, crushed a beer and a shot. And goes, I heard about this place on Pulling the Cork podcast. He goes, that's my type of fucking, like, I want to get in bed with these guys. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yes, awesome. We didn't get in bed on Saturday, but we had a bunch of drinks. I said it, we texted, I had the most different types of liquors in 45 minutes I've ever had, right? I'm in here just drinking fucking, like, he's like, this is a rum, this is a fucking tequila. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I'm like, and, you know, I don't drink a lot of straight, neat alcohol.
So you were sipping or doing shots?
Sipping.
Yeah.
Like doing like a little, like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
sip, yeah.
Imagine if he brought those bottles in, like I'm looking over there, it's like 10 bottles, and then he rolled a bed in, and he was like, just drink a bunch of this and just like lay down in that bed. I'm going to get in bed with you.
I just
like,
want to take some
what
pictures.
the hell kind of, all right,
Listen,
I don't want to ruin
we all know James
sponsorship
don't
after
play that, all right? James don't play like that. Listen, great guy, great company. We love them. We are, they are part of the family. And we've been dying for a booze sponsor. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We've had a couple people reach out, but like wasn't the right fit. This is the right fit. And, you know, like, I'll tell you right now, I'm going to be blacking out a lot more. You know what I mean? Like, that's the bottom line, you know?
good.
We had a great conversation. He's a fucking gentleman, absolute fucking awesome guy. We had some funny conversations afterwards. I'll talk about that on the Patreon maybe, but nothing crazy. But anyways, awesome guy. Misguided Spirits out of Brooklyn. Misguided-spirits.com. You can order online from them right now. They are going to be in local liquor stores soon. Once that happens, we'll let you know. But we're probably going to do a giveaway for a box of booze. Like, he said the worst thing he could ever say to me. He's like, I told my guy to contact him. You guys have carte blanche. Get whatever you want.
Yeah, to any of us.
I'm like, that's not a good thing to be telling us.
That's not great.
I got a whiskey ginger right here. Delicious.
Listen, all right, that's our guy, James. Also, real quick, Matt Ricci, winner of the most social media shares for the month of January.
Yep.
So we are taking him out to lunch. Now, also, Michaela, who just got married, congratulations. And also, Joe Ben Frank.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah.
Also had a ton of shares. So we can all go out to lunch. How's that sound?
All three.
We'll take you out to Bella's or Lily P's, wherever you want to go. Either
Everyone's
one.
coming.
Yeah, everybody's coming. Josh, you can come too if you want. How's that sound?
I'm excited. I'm
Yeah.
excited about it. Where is
Yeah.
it again?
Don't worry about it. You'll be fine.
We'll figure it out. We'll pick you up.
We'll figure
Yeah.
it out. Yeah.
Real
Just warm
quick,
me out there.
little weekend recap I just wanted to say. Went out with Mohan to a show on Friday night, Green Sky Bluegrass. He had the tickets. Pretty funny story, actually. We went to dinner first, and we went to this, like, I picked the place. It's all on me. Even Tide oysters. I'm like, I don't want something heavy before I go to a concert, so I'm like, that's good, you know? So we get some oysters, and then he got a lobster roll. I got an oyster, like, roll. It was like past hors d'oeuvres for big guys. It was not.
Oh, little guy?
It was, dude, that's
Really?
Mohan. Mohan's
Yeah?
like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I mean, we get into the venue, MGM, which is really nice. We've been there before. And he's like, they're like, you're upstairs in this private, like, area. We were in this Jack Daniels, like, lounge, had our own bar, had our own fucking special seats. Like, so Mohan hooked it up. We had an absolute blast. One of the best guys of all time. That's our guy.
More importantly, did you find the parking spot?
Well, here's the thing. I Ubered because I decided I
okay.
wanted to have a couple of cervezas while I was there.
Right.
Those guys ended up running late, so they just grabbed a garage
so you
spot.
didn't bother,
But yeah, but thank you for the
Well,
heads
that's
up.
good.
You
That's
know
smart.
all the best
Well,
parking
you made
spots
a
in
smart
Boston.
decision.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
I'm not driving.
one of the few that
yeah.
one of the few that I've ever made.
Took me a long time to figure out how to make that decision.
Yeah.
And
It's a
better
good
now.
play.
It's much better.
Yeah, it's a good play all the time.
All right, so we're gonna find out tonight about a few things. We're gonna talk about pranks and stuff. I feel like Josh is the right person to have on for that.
Yeah, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff, I think. We're going to talk about pranks.
Yeah.
We're
Let's
gonna
talk about God a little bit. You wanted to talk about God,
We're
right?
going to talk about ass play
Yeah.
when you're early on in the relationship with your spouse.
Let me ask you
I
this,
call it spousal ass play.
Okay.
Okay.
A spouse, that's after you get married, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
So-
extra.
so
Not extra
early
marital.
on,
That's
not
called extramarital ass play.
Extramarital ass play is something else. We don't.
Well, I mean, we can talk about that.
condone that.
Can't. I don't condone it. No, not at all. I mean, if the situation came up, maybe, but I wouldn't.
Depends
I wouldn't
on the
admit
dude.
that to anybody.
It's got to be a nice guy.
We're gonna talk about God.
that,
How
right?
God isn't real, and if you think that God is real, that's fine. We'll take your calls on that, but. We're going to talk about how I don't really think God is real. How about you should worship something else? Ass play, pranks, and diaper spa.
Okay.
diaper
Yes,
spa, yeah.
I like this. This is like what a lineup, by the way.
I mean, yeah, I don't think
I
it
was
gets
actually
any better.
funny because
Lots to talk about.
I thought that usually when we do a show and it's like not very specific, like Serial Draft, you'll get a ton of voicemails, right? Because people like want to tell you what they like blueberries or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like we had no voicemails up this morning. I'm like, that's fine, whatever. Like, well, we got plenty to talk about. I think we have 7 voicemails.
No.
Yeah. Before we get into that, though, I want to talk about something real quick. So, Fitzy, you've wrapped up Dry January.
Yeah. Dry January is complete. 30 days done and dusted.
Okay, and how do we feel?
I give you a lot of credit.
Dude, I felt good. You know what I mean? I also incorporated a diet and cardio
Yeah.
exercise. I haven't.
We spun with the boys today.
Yeah, we spun with the boys on the
Hit my
Peloton.
PI, no big
Yeah,
deal.
hell of a ride today
Yeah,
from you. I
yeah.
saw you and Keith going back and forth,
Yeah,
and
we
I
were
was like,
working
"Who's
it.
gonna win this?"
Let's go.
Were you watching that?
No, I shut it down.
Oh, you shut it
I
down.
just want to fucking push it as hard as I could. That
Yeah.
was it. I almost puked at the 15-minute mark. I thought about it.
I saw you two going back and forth, and I was like, "Oh, they're pushing each other. This could be good."
Yeah.
And you ended up PR.
Well,
That's
I
fucking
actually
great.
pulled the thing out and saw it at one point, and I saw that he was kind of burying me. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm not going to.
Yeah, you guys were neck and neck. I thought.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. Keith
I like
Rick's a
having
great man.
Bobby Messenger there because he fucking pushes
Yeah,
me.
yeah, he's a
right,
beast.
right on my fucking coattails, right as I'm going.
So have you noticed any changes since you...
No, I mean, no, nothing huge.
How much weight would you think you lost? Like just
I
out of
lost like
curiosity?
23
Oh, 20
pounds.
Yeah, good.
But a lot of that was bloat, water weight from hitting it hard in
Yeah.
December.
Yeah,
you know?
oh, yeah, the holidays.
Week 1.
That's what I always
so
say, the holidays.
From Christmas to New Year's, I drank every day. I was off.
Yeah.
So I drank every single day, ate like shit.
Right.
Was eating late at night like a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
And so in the first week in January, I dropped like 12 pounds.
Yeah.
But it's all
Just from
it's
not-
all bullshit.
Yeah,
weight. It's not
yeah,
real
yeah.
weight. You know what I mean? It's like fucking
Yeah, it's
fluff.
bad weight.
Yeah,
They call it bad
yeah,
weight.
Yeah, it's water. You're just retaining water like a fucking salted asshole. But speaking of assholes, right? The main thing that I did notice, right? I had regular shits.
Oh.
So like you take a shit, you wipe once, and you're good.
Like solid. You mean?
Yeah, just fucking
Yeah, it
good
just comes out, slides
constitution.
right out.
Yeah, nice,
It just-
nice constitution
It's
shit.
You almost question if you have to wipe.
Yes.
You
You could probably get
It's
Yeah,
almost like,
I'm gonna
yeah,
wipe.
and it's almost, I feel like it was so good that it was almost inspirational to you. Would you
Oh
say
my
that?
God.
It was because I remember that last week in January. I mean in
Almost like you
December.
said the last week in jail.
Yeah, those shits are rough. The jail shits.
The jail.
No, the last week in December, I remember it just being fucking terrible, like wasting a whole roll of toilet paper on one
Oh
shit.
yeah. You can
Because
never
it's
get
like
the ass clean. You can never get it clean.
It's
just
bud
coming
mud.
up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
you can't. You look and you're like, oh,
I
still,
very rarely-
still
All our
more.
female listeners right now, like, what
Yeah,
the
they're
fuck?
like,
Well,
what a terrible
I very
idiot this
rarely
is.
even use toilet paper anymore. I use wet
Baby
wipes.
wipes?
It's gentler on. It is gentle. I know it's not good, but I don't care. It's just, if
Just
it's not
don't flush
clogging
'em.
up my.
You flush them?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I flush them.
don't do it.
If it's not clogging up my system, I don't care what happens when it goes out to the street.
But
Like,
eventually, it's gonna clog your. You got cast iron?
I think it. No,
Is
in
it
the
all
house,
PVC?
PVC, yeah.
Oh, so you
So it
might
slips right through.
Yeah, you might be good. It's just like the shits.
That's why I'm not worried about
Slips
it.
right through.
Now, I have to say this as a person who writes songs,
Yeah.
inspiration comes from the craziest places. You know
It
what I
does.
mean?
Yeah, it does.
And you approached me and you were like, hey, I have something that I'm thinking about.
I did.
Oh,
And you're like, can you play this song? And I,
I
said,
knew
yeah.
Josh. I knew Josh was coming on, songwriter.
Yeah.
Oh.
Brendan, songwriter.
right.
All right,
So
you ready?
So we got.
we're doing this
We got
now?
a song.
Okay, cool.
Grab those ones.
I gotta hear this song.
Can you guys hear?
Yeah.
So I sang up backup vocals on this. Now, to prove that I'm not vain, this is a higher register that I can sing in. So I had to really stretch my abilities, and
That's-
you'll hear the crack.
I think that's both of us.
Are we supposed to hear it right now?
Turn around.
I didn't hear the beginning.
Look at what you made in the bowl. A brown snake that you laid. Drank too many Miller Lights. Ate tacos last night. Monday morning running shits is the reason for a never-ending wiper. Walking round with an itchy bum, clenching cheeks, afraid of what's to come, racing back to the pot, squealing like a harpy. I dab and dab, it's like I'm dabbing a brand new brown colored Sharpie. Bubble gods,
Bubble.
ones of impending flood. Wipe the hoop until it's raw with blood. I wake up with red skid marks in my underwear. Hemorrhoids ruptured in the night. I'm a victim of a never-ending
Wow.
What do you think?
The never-ending
Wiper.
Wiper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because every time you go back, it's like you're rubbing a magic marker.
Wait, we gotta address that.
Dude, I gotta say this one thing
listen,
about it.
You went
You-
out on a limb there because you were, like you said, you went out of your comfort zone as far as
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think
And-
both of us did.
Yes, and
That's
and I
good for
think-
you, though.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's great for the show.
Listen, I'll say this. When he was like, you want to do the song, I'm like,
but
yeah.
never-ending.
So he was like,
Wiper.
it goes to the never ending story, the song from
Yeah,
Never
yeah,
Story.
yeah.
So I'm like, yeah. So I put it on, I learn it. As I listen to the vocals, I'm like, dude, I text him, I'm like, I can't sing this thing. Like, it's so high. Like,
Brendan,
I have to give you so much.
Brendan called me. Never mind texting
Yeah,
me.
I
He
called
called me.
you.
He goes, you ready to do this? I'm like, yeah, I'm on my way. He goes, how's your pipes? I'm like, they're fucking terrible. It's gonna sound awful.
I just thought dial 11. But the thing I give you so much credit for is like a lot of people will just break and be like, I don't want to do this. Because
Yeah.
like you, dude, went all
I went
out.
full
Yeah,
in, dude.
it was fucking perfect. It was the number. You know what's funny? It's like I like to talk about shit a lot, and like shitting and different types of shit.
Yeah.
And when I'm at work, sometimes like I'll let the smoke. Like my buddy Russ and I joke about this all the time. Like I'll let the smoke form the log all day. And in English terms, that means you're farting all day, letting the smoke go out. And just forming a perfect double tapered shit.
Yeah.
And when you get home, finally, when you get home and you're like, oh my God, you pull in the driveway, you get out, the kid's like, Dad, they want to give you a hug. And you're like, nope. You give them the
time.
hand, you walk right to the toilet. And I took a perfect double tapered shit 2 weeks ago, which is, solid. And when the smoke is forming the log like that, like that means the shit is forming a dense,
Condensed,
like packed. Like we call it a drift pin at work because when you're trying to line up the beams, if a drift pin like it has it's tapered on both
Yeah.
ends, and because the holes aren't lined up, so you bang it in with a beater, and then and then the holes start to line up. It's a double tapered drift pin, and I think it was 2 weeks ago I had one, and I was like, I came home and I sat down and it was coming out, and I swear this thing came down and hit the bottom of the bowl and wasn't snapping off. So I had to lift.
God.
And
Yeah.
I had to lift up.
This feels like it might be almost Patreon type of.
Oh, well, no, I had to lift and I had to quick snap the hip.
Yep.
And then boom. And I was like, it was like a thing of beauty.
You take a picture?
I didn't take any pictures
Oh,
because I
you
feel
should've
like
took
that's.
I
a
don't
step
believe in
above.
taking a picture of your own.
No,
yeah.
no. I
Yeah,
think
but
it's
when it's
low
that
class.
good,
Let me
It
ask
was-
you a question.
You know what?
I
When it's
thought
that
with
good,
this,
you just tell everybody.
if you were single like tomorrow, right? Like, I mean, like we said, like I don't, you don't endorse anything like that. But if you were,
Right.
say something, if you just happen to wake up single, right?
like in the middle of the
do you
night.
think
when
guys that like if you're on like these dating apps, do you think these guys that are our age like send dick pics and shit to chicks?
oh,
I
yeah.
think that goes on.
Yeah, because that would be like the end of me.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would
so
never do
huge.
it.
They'd be like, I can't put that thing.
I feel like that's going to hurt.
They'd be like, what is this fucking?
I would never ever do
no,
that.
I would never do that.
I mean, I'm not big enough to do that. If you do, you know what I mean? It's like that'd be embarrassing. I'd rather send like a
Butt pic.
butt pic. That'd be better. If I sent a butt pic, then I'd have a little bit of respect. You might be like, oh,
looking-
not the nicest
Looking
ass.
back over your shoulder
Yeah.
with like a wink.
Yeah, in the mirror,
Ass pic.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd be much better off.
Check this out.
You got to let them discover the dick when you're actually in the
Yeah.
act
They
of
gotta
having
put some
sex.
work
And then
in.
they're like,
They
all
gotta
right,
put some
well, I'm
work
not going to
in
shut
to
them
see
down
that
now.
thing.
We're already here.
We're already at the finish line here. We might as well just go through
Yeah,
with
we
it.
might as well go with it without
trick him.
telling-
You got to trick him into finishing.
Yeah, next time he calls me, I will not be answering the phone.
Yeah. I don't think well, whatever. Anyways, hey, we want to talk about God a little bit though, right?
Well, God, yeah. God, one of the things that I wanted to tell the audience is that God isn't real. But I don't want to be the one to try to convince him of it. I think that, like I was thinking about earlier, it's like I've had a lot better luck. I've had more luck than anything else, right? So
Yeah.
so God, like I've never seen God. God probably hasn't done anything for me. And Fitzy and I were talking about it earlier. It's like, well, you don't want to shut the door on it. I don't want to shut the door on God, but I'm not going to spend a ton of time
On God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not going to spend it I'm not going to go to church
Just in case.
every Sunday.
Dude,
Like,
imagine
what
if
has
you were
God
like,
done?
all right, so you're a hardcore Catholic, right?
Right.
You get fucking whatever. You get smoked by a car at downtown crossing, right?
Right.
And you go upstairs and it's like the Hindi, like the Indian thing, right?
Right.
Like not
And
the,
what, they kick you
and,
out
and they're
because
like,
you didn't-
you just get there, you're like, Fuck.
You're like,
Fuck.
you chose wrong, dickhead.
Yeah, yeah.
I was wrong, idiot.
Yeah. Come in. Like I always feel like okay, we've had the Roman Empire, right? The Roman Empire, they believed in their gods. And if you live in Pakistan, you believe in whatever that god is, or Afghanistan, whatever the hell those gods are.
Yeah.
And then we believe in Jesus Christ. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, so
I guess so.
So it's like, how come everyone's choosing what god they want to fucking worship?
Well, dude, I'll tell you right now, I had this conversation with Maggie, and I've had a bunch of conversations about, especially early in our relationship, about God, because she was raised Catholic. I was raised like, my father's Catholic, goes to church, but like, they never made me do anything.
Right.
I'm a man of questions.
Yeah.
So like, one of the questions, I've said this before in the show, but I'll say it real quick. I asked her one time, like, all right, so if I died tomorrow, and you married Cedar, like my buddy, I'm like, who's with you upstairs? You know what I mean? Like that's a question I have. And she's like, I don't think about it that way. I'm like, well, what happens?
Yeah.
Do we gotta share you? You
What
know what I mean?
happens-
Like,
what
it's a
happens-
polygamous fucking relationship now.
What? Yeah. Go ahead,
So,
sorry.
Depends on who you
but
follow.
then it was, we were at this wedding at Holy Cross, the College of Holy Cross. Beautiful wedding, awesome time. We go in there, we're sitting in the chairs. I've said it before. I hate going to church. I think it stinks. And I said to her, I go, if this is what heaven's like, I don't want to go. I'm like, I want to go to like, if it's like a bar, like this, where we are right now, that's heaven to me.
Yeah.
Like shooting the shit, hanging out, talking fucking
maybe
trash.
it would be. Maybe it'd be this.
That'd
Maybe
be
having to
sick.
do this would be kind of cool. But I'm not sure that anybody else thinks that. I think like
It's only us.
well, it's like what happens if you marry a Jewish guy? Like, does he go to the Jewish heaven and you go to the Catholic heaven?
I think you got to convert. Is that what they call it?
Well, you don't have
Yeah.
to if you don't want to. But this is what I'm saying. Let's worship the Church of Luck, and I'm starting that now, and I'm going to promote it here.
Is it
on
like a
Plug It.
casino type of situation?
No,
or-
it's not like in a big building or anything. It's just like, hey, have you ever been lucky? And people are like, yeah. I'm like, well, come to the Church of Luck. Because I
you ever been
guarantee
lucky?
you're gonna get lucky again in your life. But if you say, hey, come to
and
the
you are
church,
going to take credit for it.
well, I'm
Right?
just gonna.
How do we make money off this?
Cult leader.
I could take.
There we go.
I could take
Joey
credit for it,
Bones
but
is like, he's fucking
he's
like,
yeah.
I
rubbing his
guarantee
hands
Rubbing his
together.
hands
I
together.
guarantee you could spend every goddamn Sunday going to the Church of Christ, and you never fucking saw it. You never seen Christ, and you've never.
Yeah.
You've never.
You've never seen Christ.
ever did
Imagine
it.
if you happened to like walk around the corner and he was like, over a bush.
Like if I was like,
And
if
you
I
were the
was
only
like-
one who saw it?
And the other thing I was thinking was that like, and people were like, oh, geez, how do you can't say that. You can't, you don't want to shut the door. And it was like, listen, if God is, if he's somewhat normal, he'll be like, you know what? I love the fact that kid's questioning it.
Yeah.
And when he opens the pearly gates for
That
me,
Josh is a good shit.
he's a good shit. I want him up here.
Yeah.
I want him here because he's a good shit.
he's like, you're in.
Yeah, yeah.
When I get up there, I want you with me too. But
I want
it's
to
not
spend
looking good.
time. It'd be fun. Like imagine like just bouncing, dancing off the clouds.
Yeah.
They're like,
and
it's
you gotta-
open bar.
Yeah, like hey, Fitzy, you want to get a drink?
I feel
Yeah.
like, yeah, there is
Is it
one.
January? I'm in.
If it's not, I can't do it in January, but I'll do it in February.
Yeah.
Imagine if you die and go to heaven on the like year that you do dry January.
That
and
would
you
suck.
can't drink in
Oh
heaven.
man,
That would be
And
awful.
You spent
Yeah.
3
That would be
weeks
awful.
not
I'd be
drinking,
like,
and then you
God, send me
died.
downstairs.
Tom Ahern wouldn't be happy. I can tell you that much.
Imagine that you spent 3 weeks of your life not drinking at all, and then you
then
died.
died.
And it's
Yeah.
like that is terrible. Like in your obituary, that's what's written, and it's like everyone's
never
like, oh,
drank
man.
again.
He did.
Yeah.
Never. He's not able to drink anymore because he's dead. But he worshipped the Church of Luck, so wherever he is, I mean, he's a lucky guy.
Dude, the Church of Luck is an amazing place.
It is because
It's
we've
just
all
like
experienced-
sometimes you're lucky. Sometimes you're not.
It could be at the casino. It could be like you could get pulled over or something,
Yeah.
and you got out of it. And the next day you were like, "Holy fuck, that is luck!" And it's like,
I like how you use that instead of like somebody like, you got cancer and then you got through it.
Right.
You're like, you get pulled over, you get out of it.
well, we got to talk about real life experiences.
Yeah. Thank you, luck God.
Thank you, Mother Luck God.
Mother luck, mother luck,
Mother luck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's it.
Hey, like we said, the biggest cult in the country is the Church of Jesus Christ, and I'm here to. I mean, I don't want to tell you if you don't want to hear it, but it is. That's true. It's true. It's like that's what I said. The God was and there's going to be some people that probably don't like to hear this, but
They're not gonna
God
like to
was
hear this, but that's
invented
fine.
because there was no police. Now we have police, and those police have guns, so they can keep everybody in order. We don't need God anymore. We need to get the police. You know what I mean? It's like, it's like I'm not going to break the law because God's going to strike me down. It's because I'm going to get fucking arrested, and
Yeah.
it's going to ruin my life.
Imagine if like Jesus came down, like fucking came down here, like this Easter. It was like,
Yeah.
I'm fucking here. And
You
it was
did
like,
something
holy
bad.
shit, this guy just descended from like the heavens. And he's like, I'm the original police. And then he like beat up a black guy. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like, that would
Canceled.
give people a lot different version of Jesus.
Yeah,
You
sorry,
know what I mean?
Jesus, you're canceled.
Yeah,
So I'll
imagine
tell
if
you right now,
walked
I'm out on the guy, 'cause I
imagine
think
if
that
you
might
walked
happen.
out one
Yeah.
day, you walked out the back door. You walked out the back door and you were like all hungover, you were drunk, you like had a fight with Maggie and something, and then God was like, boom, he was right in your driveway because you're drinking too much, man. And you were like,
Fucking
oh, you
dickhead.
looked at him wide-eyed, and you were like, holy shit, I better stop that. That's never happened.
No,
never
no.
happened.
And by the way, if you say you heard a voice from God, I'm sorry. Now,
Yeah.
you're a
those people are
fucking.
really
I'll tell you
fucked
right
up.
now, you got shit for brains.
God
all right,
said
that's
to
what
me,
I'll tell you
whenever,
right now.
Whenever everyone starts a
I'm
conversation,
not anti-God. Like, if you
No.
want to believe in God, I'm cool with it.
I'm certainly not.
But if you're a full-fledged, like, this is what Christ told me this morning,
Yeah.
you're a fucking maniac.
I think those people are nuts.
You know what I mean?
I think they're nuts.
Like, you might as well, like, honestly, like, you couldn't. Because here's the thing, like, I don't think it's unhealthy to question things, no
Certainly
matter
not.
what it is.
No.
Police, there's great police, there's bad police, right? Apparently, there's a good Jesus Christ. As far as we know, there's a bad Jesus Christ, right? Paul, all these apostles the guy had. I mean, he had like a gang of apostles. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, some of those guys were pieces of shit,
Right.
as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I don't like them either.
I mean, listen, come down to the Church of Luck on Tuesday.
Yeah.
We're going to have an open house.
Church
all
of
right?
Luck.
7 p.m., free Domino's Pizza.
310 Vincent Street. It's
310
at, the, it's
Vincent
at
Street.
the end of my driveway. And
garage.
if you're transitioning from the Catholic Church, the way I open it up is I say, Hallelujah, Hallelujah, Hallelujah. Welcome. What was it? Oh, it was we love you from the Church of Luck. We will love you forever and ever.
Listen, we're still working out the kinks down there, all right?
Yeah.
We're getting the heat
I mean,
on.
listen,
we're
I
doing some
haven't
things.
perfected it.
Yeah,
but I'll
yeah,
tell you
yeah.
right now.
People are gonna question you stealing songs. You can't just fucking steal songs.
Well, no, you can always steal songs from them because the music is good. The one thing I've always said about the Catholic Church is the music is good.
Really? 'Cause
But it's
Brendan
not
said
the
it's not
message.
good.
The
It
message.
stinks.
Oh well, I like that song.
Just hallelujah. Yeah.
We will love you forever and ever. It's like, come on, give me a break.
Oh, my God, dude. Oh, you know what's funny about that is that, like, I do think about that a lot because I'm like, I feel like when I was younger, it used to worry me more because I'd be like, well, what the fuck else is there? Like what is there? You know what I mean?
Well, that's the
it's like,
thing.
oh, when you go up there, I can't wait to see you again. Hope you're having a beer with Uncle Danny. It's like,
Yeah.
no, they're not. They're not. You know
We
what they
will-
are?
we
They're
will-
dead.
Yeah.
Like, or, by the way, I'd actually be more believer in reincarnation.
Oh, coming back
Yeah.
as someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's people who, okay, not to get off subject too much, but do you ever watch that show with the kid? He's like a gay kid, and he
Yes.
communicate. You know what show I'm talking about? What's his name?
I don't know.
But he like literally.
Oh, communicates with dead people?
Yeah, he communicate and like he has Fitzy sit down next to him, and this kid doesn't know anything about Fitzy.
Yeah, but that's what.
It is not a joke, I don't think, because
Okay.
I'm not one to like fall for that shit.
Yeah.
But
Clearly.
it's I think there's some
Church of Luck.
communications that can happen, and I don't know. I don't like I said, I don't want to get too wild here, but I like the fact that there's some type of life after death. But I mean, I'm just not going to spend a lot of time thinking about it.
Yeah, you don't want to put all
Yeah,
your
you're
eggs
not
in
gonna
one
fucking
basket,
sit there
you know?
jacking
No.
off to the burning bush.
I want
You
to
know
live.
what I mean?
want to live as good a life as I can while we're here on planet Earth.
Yeah.
is what my
Yeah.
goal. I've always said planet Earth is probably one of the best places to be.
Yeah.
You know, But
Better than the moon. Like if you just
Yeah.
want to go on the moon.
yeah, you don't want to go
Fuck
to the moon.
Mars.
Yeah, you're gonna live in the moon. Like it's like you're gonna walk around with that suit on all
Yeah,
the time.
suit sucks.
You go to Mars, it's hot as fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't want to be there.
No.
Can't breathe.
In
I
the moon,
wanna-
you got that stiff American flag just
Yeah.
sitting there
Yeah,
like a
just
dick.
Yeah,
blowing
fake
it,
American
like,
flag.
Look at,
Yeah.
look at the flag. Like there's no place to play. There's no parks. Nothing.
Neil Armstrong's
No
old and
place to
shit.
play.
There's nothing. You just walk around like slowly. You bounce.
Sucks.
Dude, by the way, can I say this right now? Like, I never thought about this till you just said that, but like, all right, so they're up there, right?
Yeah.
Assuming the moon landing was real.
Yeah, if you
Chucktown's not
believe
here.
that shit, I got a Jesus story for you.
But dude, they're bouncing around up there, right?
Yeah.
I would have been like, imagine if you just like all of a sudden were like, dude, how the fuck are we getting home?
Yeah.
Like it's one thing, like, dude, I've been to like New Hampshire with friends at the end of
Yeah.
high school, and like they're like low on gas, and I'm like, dude, we are fucked.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if I was on the moon, like
Oh
you
my
know what I mean?
God.
Like, dude, we are fucked right now.
Man, there's no fucking service stations on the moon for that spaceship that
No.
just came in.
No.
Like, holy shit, we're sprung a leak over here, and now we're up here we're just gonna die here. There's no
That's when you
growth.
stop praying.
That's when you stop praying.
That's right.
It's-
That's
and then
right.
You know what? You just let yourself go. You
Yeah.
let yourself go into oblivion, and you just, that's when you cut the cord and you just start drifting off.
Yeah.
And you say, I mean, you probably die. Probably take you what, like a day or so to die?
No, once
if
your
you take the
oxygen's
helmet
gone, you're
off?
done.
Well, when the oxygen's gone, yeah.
Take your helmet off.
You know what? The more I think about it, dude, I don't know. Like, I'm not saying that it wasn't real. I'm just saying that it seems like pretty high tech to get that done in the 60s.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Like, you know
It's
what I mean?
bullshit, 100%
Yeah, like,
bullshit.
dude, they got that done in the 60s.
They're like, oh yeah,
Like,
Russia.
we haven't been
Like,
back.
my
Watch
microwave,
this.
dude, my microwave that I got from Home Depot just broke yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, that's whatever. I can go to Home Depot and get a new one. Like, you're telling me nothing on that thing that had never been to space broke, and they were like, oh, fuck. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean, I've never put a lot of thought into it. Like, I'm not someone who'd be like, that wasn't real. They staged that. They just wanted to be the first ones to touch the moon. I don't know. Maybe that was true, but it's kind of funny that we haven't been back.
Yeah.
You're like, why haven't we been going back every year?
It's fishy.
It's very fishy.
Yeah.
It'd be good if we went back. Like, and then we, us and Danny went back to the moon. Like, that'd be a nice
Yeah.
crew.
I think it's
Hammered.
cool.
Yeah.
You need to bring misguided spirits.
Not
up
to
there.
take it. Not
Like,
Misguided spirits
they're
on
like,
the side of the
yeah.
jet. We get Elon Musk to sponsor it.
They're like, sir,
Imagine that.
sir, this suitcase is way too heavy. What do you have in here? I'm like, 18 bottles of booze.
Dude, they used to send monkeys to space because they couldn't say no. It's us. We're just like,
Yeah.
wrecked.
And they could, you know what? Not to even go in a different direction, but there could be. I kind of feel like there probably is some type of life in somewhere else in the solar system, but I don't really want to talk about it right now.
Yeah, fuck
But I
that.
just want to say, I want to state that there is probably some type of life.
So you
So
want-
the doors open on life in other solar systems,
Yes.
but God's shut.
God's shut because
Yeah.
there's too many fucking gods. There's
Yeah.
too many.
Close that
You know what I
door.
mean? If there was one and everyone believed in that one God, I'd be like, okay, maybe there's some truth to that, but there's too many of them.
So let me ask you a question because we talked about this and it's been covered a lot in the news the last few days, actually. But how about this fucking? You want to talk about the diaper place?
Oh yeah.
So there's a diaper place in New Hampshire
Yep.
that advertised that you can go up there and you can like wear a diaper and be treated like a baby all day.
Right.
Now, it was actually talked about on a Kirk Manahan show, which I listen to all the time. And I guess they called up there and the girl was like, we don't have the license yet. Like, so they're like, because the town obviously is like, what the fuck are you doing up here?
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like, you're not fucking letting grown men roll around shit their pants in this place, right? Like, let me ask you a question. Would you rather go? Okay, I got a question for you. This is a would you rather? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather go to the moon? They come to us today. They're like, you're going to the moon. You got a 50-50 shot of getting back.
Yep.
The three of you guys right now. They come in here right now.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, or your alternative is you have to live at the diaper place for 3 years. In a diaper the whole time.
Oof. I wasn't.
So
expecting
and
that
like
question.
and like the other people come in and like shit themselves and like you can even be normal. You're not like but like you have to live there for 3 years. Well, 50-50 shot at the moon, which
3
takes a
years.
month.
Jesus Christ. You know what? It's funny.
I'm going 50-50 shot at the moon.
I'm going to the moon
Because then you can
Yeah,
at
I
least
don't
be
wanna
like, oh, I went to the moon.
Yeah.
And fuck my kids. They can be like, my dad died on the moon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With Fitzy and Josh.
He's a
Yeah,
hero.
I
He's a
wouldn't-
hero.
Yeah, he's a hero.
My dad's in a
Imagine me like, my
diaper
dad's
spa
in a
for
diaper
3
up in
years.
New Hampshire.
Yeah.
For 3 years,
My
dude.
dad's in a diaper.
What
Smelling
struck me,
shit.
what struck me funny about the diaper spa is, as I'm thinking to myself, like I haven't worn a diaper in probably 45 years.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, like, I wouldn't mind, you know, kind of like running around with a diaper, playing with some blocks,
Washing it up.
shit in my pants, and then like having like an adult like clean me up and be like, oh, you know, and saying like talking in baby talk, like, goo goo gaga. Like goo goo gaga, and like just like. Just walking, like running around and like smashing something on the floor. Like I think that would
Throwing
be
a
fun.
fit.
3 years would be a fucking
3 years is
long
way
time.
too
man.
much.
It's a
Throwing a
long
fit?
time. Like throw a little fit. Yeah. And then like have but when you get cleaned up and you like
Dude,
you get your legs up.
So me and Josh's neighbor Dave, who we grew up with too. We always used to have this thing we used to talk about that used to crack me up. That I said to him one day, we were at a party, and I'm like, dude, imagine if like people never, like just never graduated out of diapers. Like
Right.
everybody just lived
We
in diapers.
actually came up with the
we came
fucking
up with it.
diaper
Me and
spot
you, yeah.
before this-
yeah, and
before
we were
this.
like, dude, how funny would it be if you were like, you're at a party with your buddy, and you're like, dude, you gotta fucking change me right now. And he's like, are you serious? And you're like, yeah,
No,
dude,
but
I had to go.
You didn't. It wasn't like you weren't all that pissed about it. You were
No,
like,
it was
all
just
right,
like,
let's
oh, okay, yeah, let's just get
Like,
it done.
Fitzy was
so
like,
you
hey.
go, so you're on the dining room table, right, grown man, and your buddy's changing you.
Legs
He's like,
up.
what the fuck did you eat? And you're
Yeah.
like, I don't know, I had a cheeseburger
like-
earlier.
Like
and you gotta
I
change
wouldn't
your
mind.
buddy.
I wouldn't mind changing Fitzy after dry January because he was doing solids.
It's a clean
But
cutoff.
We had to clean cutoff. Yeah. A lot, not much cleanup.
The idea of a grown man talking to regular conversation be like, dude, how about the pats and your legs are over your ears?
Yeah.
And like your buddy's wiping your ass. You know what I mean? Like, listen, that's what happens.
yeah.
I would go to that diaper place just to take my first shit, right? And save my piss. So that right when the lady starts wiping my butt,
Right.
I just stop pissing
Right in
all
her
over
face.
the
Piss in
right,
her face.
yeah, right up in
Unless
the
you
air.
put the little piss cone on you.
Yeah, I don't think they'll think that far ahead
Well,
because
the
that's
cone's going to be small.
Those are the dick
'cause
pics
they
you
don't
wanna be
make 'em for
sending to-
adults.
those they call them pee-pee teepees.
PP
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
and they throw them over the little baby because right when the cool air hits a little boy,
Yeah.
he pees. You
Right.
know,
Dude,
Still
those are the
happens.
dick pics
Still
you want to
happens.
be sending.
You're
With a
7
diaper.
years old.
yeah, full fucking spread eagle.
Yeah. Yeah.
PPT peeing it up.
Real quick, by the way, while we're on the subject of unbelievably awesome stuff, you know what I was thinking about today, and I should have done it when we posted the Joey Boats Trump, because somebody wrote like random guy found it was like, holy fuck, Shane Gillis should be shaking in his boots.
Oh yeah.
If we should post that again and have people keep tagging Shane Gillis in it,
Yeah.
because Joey's going to the Gillis show.
Oh yeah.
How unbelievable if we could get Shane Gillis and Joey to do it to each other.
Yeah.
Like if they were talking to each other
debate
as Trump would be unfucking
Trump
real.
debating Trump.
That would be unfucking real. Yeah. I mean, it probably won't happen, but it's a good idea.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, we're going to the diaper spa. Oh, by the way, this is brought to you by New Hampshire's Diaper Spa.
Right.
Where is it? Londonderry?
Of course it's
Be
up
a
here.
kid for a day. That's the
You know what I want to do too
tagline.
is have one of those shits that like when your kid was younger, there's like one of those ones that you're like,
like
oh,
mustard?
God, it comes up out of the top of the
Yeah.
diaper, and
Yeah.
it's like like the diaper spa. Whoever's working at the diaper spa, like she's hiring people to kind of take.
How
care
much
of
are
the
those
people,
people
but
getting
they don't
paid?
really want to do it.
That's gotta be.
So they're like, oh, this guy's a mess.
criminals.
Look
You
at
have to hire ex-criminals to do it.
Yeah, people who can't get a job. People don't want to work anyways.
Yeah.
Well,
Who's gonna
people-
work at the
I mean,
diaper spa?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad. I would imagine
It's gonna
they
have to be
pay
like $70 an hour.
to work
if
to
I
get
had-
paid. Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I
Well,
would
I'll
say
tell you
I'm
right
not
now-
gonna do it for any less than that. But
Changing
$70
adults,
an hour,
yeah.
I'd do it for $70 an hour.
Yeah, and fucking good benefits and shit.
Okay, and you can't call anyone sir because they don't want to be called sir.
Yeah.
They want to be called like they treat him like a baby.
Yeah.
Baby,
Yeah.
I think it's a genius.
little Joshy.
Little Joshy,
I think it's a genius thing. And they, of course, in the article, they talked about how it was geared towards people who have had like trauma when they were younger, and they bring them back to the. I mean, I
it's
think
just
that's
like-
a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
I think these people are just going there because they want to put a diaper on and they want to walk around
And throw a
play with
fit.
blocks.
They wanna throw a fit.
They want to throw a fit. They want to put the blocks in the hole, circular block in the hole, and I mean, I put it this way. It was a little expensive, $200 for an hour play date, $1,500 for an all day
Jesus.
experience. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean it's a
Baby
little much.
experience, nap
but I
time
go
and
for an
everything.
hour or so, walk around diaper. You know what I mean? You gotta have a couple cocktails before you go.
Oh, yeah.
You know. Wouldn't it
picturing
be a
you walking
fucking
around with a
riot?
martini in a
Wouldn't it be
diaper.
a fucking riot if you did like a pulling the course pulling the cork day at the diaper spot.
Yeah, or on the
everyone-
moon.
You guys were all walking around.
Yeah, I think it would be unbelievable.
shit
That's
your
actually
pants.
the thing. That's the reason Danny couldn't come. He's been up there all day.
He's at the diaper spot.
spot.
He's at the diaper
treatment.
spot today. Yeah. And he loved it. He loved it so much. He's like, I'm not gonna
He
make
wouldn't
it.
leave.
Yeah.
He wouldn't leave.
He's doing the overnight for
breaking
$1,500.
the bank.
Listen, when I say something came up, I mean that's what I mean. Something came up.
Something came
All right, real quick, we're gonna do some ads. You want to do Lily Peas?
Yeah, I'll do Lily Peas. Lily Peas Chicken. LilyPeasChicken.com. 50 Binney Street, Cambridge, Massachusetts. Parking validated in the lot attached to the restaurant. They also have Hub Hall location at North Station. If you're going to a Celtics or a Bruins game, stop in for a sandwich. They got the Lower Broadway. That's probably my favorite. Brendan, what do you like?
I'm a fan of the Lower Broadway too, but I like the Hot and Honey too.
Yeah, the hot and honey's good. The fried chicken is unbelievable. Shishito peppers, a nice little side to get your night started. They got booze. They got fucking misguided spirits as well. Lily Peas Chicken, executive chef and owner, Chris Parsons, lilypeaschicken.com. I'm telling you, it's the best fried chicken that I've had.
Fact.
Unbelievable.
All right. Bella's roast beef. We're gonna mix up the way we do them every week. Bella's roast beef, 1211 Osgood Street. All right, listen. Our guy Harry's reinventing the game. I'm not gonna say he's got something up his sleeve.
I was there yesterday. He's
listen,
crushing it.
I'll tell you right now how much I love James from Misguided Spirits. I missed out on Bella's to meet James.
Yep.
Now, I'm willing to do that for a great brand, okay? And that's what we have under the fucking hood of our fucking envelope. How you like that? All right? Nobody's wearing diapers at fucking Bella's, all right? If they are, Harry's kicking them the fuck out. They have the best food in the business when it comes to roast beef sandwiches, salads, sides, subs, everything. 1211 Osgood Street, North Andover. BellasNA.com. All right? That does not stand for Narcotics Anonymous. It stands for North Andover. I recommend you get a brioche bun, or actually get the new onion roll. Get a beef, whatever size you want. They'll put it on that onion roll. Three-way. That's what I say. Three-way. Or throw a fucking onion rings. Get a four-way or get a gangbang. All right? Do whatever you want. They're the best people in the business. Ben Franklin Print Company. Our guy, Joe. All right, listen. Joe, my guy. All right? He's going to lunch with us. Ben Franklin Print Company, 177 North Main Street, Building 600, Unit 11, Middleton, Mass. 01949 978 624 7341. BenFranklinPrintCo.com. Now, as I've said before in the past, don't be giving me that fucking bullshit, cheap ass fucking hoodie that you're never gonna wear again. Nobody wants that shit. Pulling the cork shit, dude. Tommy was wearing it all weekend, right? You know why? Fitzy's wearing it right now. It's my only sweatshirt that I love. It is. I actually love this one. This is a Barstool Sports sweatshirt.
Yeah.
But it's a Carhartt. And it's big and comfy.
I wear
but like,
this
if I'm
one.
going out, I'm wearing my Pulling the Cork shirt.
I wear this one all the time.
Ferg said to me, he's like, you're not supposed to wear your own shirt. I'm like, I'll wear this shirt in your face. How you like
yeah,
that? It's the
100%
fucking best
I'm
shirt
wearing
you've
it
ever seen in your life.
all the time.
Now, listen, they're not the cheapest, okay? That's a fact. But they have the industry knowledge and experience that's hard to match both locally and abroad. That is something they said, not me. This is one of the best places you can get your shit done ever.
You're paying for
And
the quality.
Josh, I believe, is in conversations to get some shirts
I'm in
done
the
for his
market.
garage.
Yeah, I'm definitely in the
Yeah.
market.
Tedco. All right, listen, get in bed with Ted. We've talked about this a million times, my boy Teddy. 233 Pearl Street, Solon, Mass. 617-996-6827. Admin at tedcocm.com. Listen, we got to get Teddy some business, all right? I mean, Teddy has business, but like, let's get him fucking, listen, if you're thinking about doing anything on your house or you hear of anybody,
Have them come out.
have Tedco come out. It's a free estimate, all right? And they're like, dude, they are lights out money. Fucking best in the business, all right? You tell them, hey, Brennan from Pulling the Cork, Fitzy, Danny from Pulling the Cork sent me. Teddy's giving you the best service you've ever had, all right? So, listen, go see Tedco, get in bed with Ted. That's a fact. All right, now we're back onto diapers, diaper farms.
Yep.
I do find that fascinating. You know what I find is fascinating is like when you talk about like sexual perversions, right?
Yep.
Which, I mean, listen, I'm not a kink shamer. Do whatever you want to do. I don't really give a fuck. But there's things that I can't understand. One of the things I can't understand about like kinks is like pain kink.
Oh, yeah.
Like people who want to be beat up, like when they're like having sex, or like want to have their balls kicked while they're having sex. Like I don't understand. Listen, and I'm not blaming you. Like, I actually think, like, it's not your fault that you want to do that. Like, it's not like you chose, like, like, that one looks good. You know what I mean? You're like, there was one that was like, big tits. You're like, that's, you know, that would be the most normal. You know what I mean? You're not like, ball pain. Like, yes, can't wait for that. So it's not like you chose that. You know what I mean?
You just like it.
Yeah, well, not me personally, but I'll tell you right now.
No, people do.
Yeah,
People
but
do.
it always fascinates me that I'm like, it fascinates me that like years ago there was just like, it was just Playboy magazine and Penthouse or whatever, right? It was like that was just like life, and those are the things you could look at, right?
Yeah.
And now it's like I always say,
A
it's
million
like,
categories.
it's just like endless. You know what I mean? Like whatever you want to see, you can pretty much see.
I've never liked to get kicked in the balls, but you know, the
Sexually.
one thing that no, sexually, no,
Yeah.
Ever. I mean, I never really wanted to get kicked in the balls, but the one thing that intrigued me about the diaper spa, to get back on that topic, was that you know when you're early on in the relationship with your spouse, and you know, now your spouse, maybe it was anybody who you were dating at one time or another, and you like to get into the ass play a little bit, and it's like, you know, maybe she wasn't loving the ass play, but it's like,
Are
when
you
you're in
doing the
diaper-
ass play or she's doing the ass play to you?
Well, I'm thinking like if we're at the diaper spa, like we go on a date to the diaper spa, right? And she's got the diaper on, and I'm the
Caretaker?
adult. And
Yeah, in
and
that
it's
scenario.
like it's kind of. Don't you think it's kind of? I mean, did you ever? When early on in the relationship, after you get married and everything, you realize how much debris comes out of that hole, and you're like, I don't want any.
Wait, it takes getting married to know how much debris is coming out?
Well, you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
you're living together, and they're like,
So
they're
you're
in the
saying,
bathroom.
you're wiping, right? And you might slip a finger in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because early on in the relationship, when you realize when you don't understand how
I'm
much
out.
debris is coming out of there,
I'm going to
you're
Mars.
saying to yourself, you're like, all right, I like this.
Going to the
Like
moon.
you wanna get into that area a little bit, and then as time goes on, you say, okay, enough is enough.
Yeah, we've
Let's
had
do
enough.
the conventional sex. Let's do it.
Missionary.
Doggy style, whatever you want to do. You know what I mean?
Reverse
But-
cowgirl, all
Well,
the-
we can
all-
stay away
everything,
from
right?
there. You know what I mean? But early on in the relationship, I feel like the diaper spa is a great fourth date.
Is it, though?
I think so. It's gonna be fun. You don't think it'll be?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think. I'll tell you right now.
One time. You telling me it's gonna be fun one time? Like you're not gonna go there.
Do you want to be the
weekend.
baby or you want her to be the baby?
We could.
Mix and
it
match.
up.
I want her to be the baby because I want to wipe. But I'm not saying I want her to shit her diaper. I just want to put the Aquaphor in. You know what I mean? You know what I
okay.
mean?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I want to be the.
I do think it's funny. I'll say this right now, and like, but this is definitely should be something that's on the Patreon, not on this.
Oh,
But I will say it. I never had any interest at all in being like, oh, I can't wait to like fucking try to like have anal sex with a woman. I'm like, because I was super aware of what comes out of your ass. You know what I mean?
right.
And
Well,
it didn't seem like
I wasn't aware of it. You know what? I wasn't aware of it when I was first dating.
You didn't know that
I
it
didn't
was-
realize that women shit.
Yeah.
Girls don't poop.
Yeah. Well,
No.
good news.
Well, anyways, you know what's funny? As I wrote something down and I was thinking to myself, like, who comes up with the words? Who comes up with the terminology for this stuff? Like excrement, feces. Like, who comes up with those? Who came? I mean, of course, it was a long time ago when they were developing the English language, right?
Yeah.
But I'm
That was
thinking
a while back.
It was a while back, and but I'm thinking to myself, like, what if they named shit? What if they called it flowers?
Yeah.
Right? And they were like, you could be like, oh my God, I just took the biggest flower today. Would flower be then a disgusting word?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
of course it would, right?
Yeah.
And then you could say like, you could be like, wow, I just took the nastiest flower. And everyone's like, flower. Like, where do they come up with that word flower? Like,
Yeah.
and then it would be like, but they made feces, it was reversed.
Yeah.
So they were
So
like,
that's
look at, oh
flowers,
my
yeah.
God, look at the tree. Look at all the beautiful feces on that tree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do for Valentine's Day? I'm going to get my
Feces is
wife.
such a disgusting
I'm
word.
going to wait. No, it's not going to be
It's not
disgusting
anymore.
though. If
He just flipped the script.
Oh,
I
okay,
just
all
flipped
right.
it. It's
All right.
not going to be
The
disgusting.
feces are the
Feces
flowers
is
now.
going to
Yeah,
be.
okay. Yeah.
It's going to be a beautiful word.
Beautiful.
So
And-
like someone's down in the dumps.
You're like, I got them a bag of feces.
Oh no!
Yeah,
I just
no,
got. I
you're
just
like,
for Valentine's Day, I
hey.
just got my wife the biggest bouquet of feces.
Yeah.
and she's like, "Oh, these feces smell so good."
So someone's down in the dumps, and you're just like, hey, why don't you just stop and smell the feces?
Yeah.
You know, like common sayings would be completely
when you're
wrong.
having a bad
Yeah.
day, you say, "Hey, you know what? Stop and smell the feces, would you
Yeah.
please?" It's
Yeah.
like, I mean, isn't it kind of funny? I was thinking about it the other day when I was thinking about the diaper spa, and I was thinking about shitting and ass play, and I was like, what if they just made that word different? And because it's amazing that they made the most disgusting thing that comes out of your body a disgusting word, excrement. But why is it disgusting? Wouldn't excrement not be a disgusting word if it was
Candy.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get some excrement.
Well, yeah. Let's
I
go
can't
eat a
wait.
bunch of excrement.
Dude, this guy had the fucking best bag of excrement.
Kids love
Oh my
excrement.
god! You know what? Sweet and sour excrements.
Dude, I love gummy excrement. It's
Oh
my
yeah,
favorite.
it's like would it
Dude,
be?
I
would
love
it be
excrement patch kids.
excrement? Yeah. Excrement.
It is funny to think it was like, like you're a delicate flower, man. People are like, she's a delicate feces.
Oh my
you know?
god, she's such a delicate feces.
Just a beautiful shit.
Yeah.
But the funny thing about the word shit is that, like, you can use it the way it detaches it when you're like, he's a
Everything.
good shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
The one that you can't is feces, excrement.
Well, you
Yeah.
can't, but you don't realize you can't because you've never done it.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like if that was a word,
Like, that's why you have funnier words that, like, you develop that you're like, I just had to take a deuce.
Yeah.
Or I had to take a smash.
Fecal
or I had to take my
matter.
morning constitutional, as you would say.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which I think is my favorite, actually.
I know, I
morning
love it.
constitutional is
Yeah.
my favorite. All right. Let's do voicemails now, and then we'll do pranks.
All right.
all right.
We got fucking
Holy shit, we haven't
shitloads.
even reached to the pranks yet.
No,
No.
we're not even reaching.
Wow. How many minutes are we in?
Can you guys
now?
hear?
Yeah, I
Yep.
can in.
We're 4 hours in. We're on the moon.
I can't. I still want to talk about
We got plenty to talk about. Don't worry.
nipples.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yo! As we get ready to listen to one of the best podcasts out there, I want to let you guys know a couple of the pranks that I used to pull back in the day. Check this one out. How about saran wrap in the toilet seat? You know what I'm saying? So when the lady goes to sit down and pee,
Appropriate.
we don't know, but we do. It's not too pleasant. Been there, done that. Grounded for a couple weeks. Or a man sat down with the lady said, or this prank, classic one, used to be the old Hannaford's in Lowell. We used to super glue quarters down in front of the doors as people were coming out
a
and
good
told
one.
them they dropped the change and then watch them try to pick up a glued down quarter. It was so funny. Or the old dollar on the string, hey, you dropped the dollar and you pull the dollar on the fishing line. Anyways, the Ironworker is there, eh? It was great meeting you at the party. Weren't you the guy who thought I was a Mexican until you saw me? 6'3" Viking like your man Fitzy over there. Anyway, anyhow, we don't know what we do. Wing, chicken wing. 1 week from today. If you don't know, you're a 10-cent head. And if you don't go, then you're 2 10-cent heads, so you're worth about 20 cents.
All right. I got to say this real quick. I forgot about this. Doobie's Wings. They're doing pickup at Jump's place.
Yep.
So look Doobie's Wings on Facebook or Instagram, or also look up Jump. But I'm ordering a massive amount of wings because Paul Gentile's gonna do a little party he's renting a place out. We're gonna get a shitload of Doobie's Wings. So if you're around here, Melrose, Malden, whatever, and you want some, hit me up and then we'll figure out a group order. Does that sound?
Chef Doobie on Instagram.
Chef Doobie on, yeah, exactly.
Hey, Benny, you washing your ass is keeping you clean, Benny, you know what Pablo is. Benny, you know what Pablo is. You know all the Latinos are. Benny,
Dan, keep saying. I got no idea what that was.
Is it over?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe that's something for the diaper place. They put the kid on the phone.
Huh?
Goo goo gaga.
Josh the fucking Ironworker. Hell yeah.
That's it.
Pulling the cork. Josh the Ironworker. Frank episode. What a fucking time to be alive, fellas. on the brink of a pull in the cork fucking golf tournament. I am the best golfer in the galaxy. Fucking well known, fellas. Listen, prank episode. Back a few years back, I worked when I was working Local 88. We were on the outfall tunnel down Deer Island. They hired this fucking kid, superintendent's fucking nephew. The guy didn't know fucking shit from Shinola, but he claims he was fucking Mr. Goodwrench. Well, superintendent goes on vacation for 3 weeks. We tell this kid he has to go out to the generators. We had 6 fucking giant EMD 645 generators. Every night, run them for 20 minutes and take an exhaust sample. We put fucking a box on the floor, taped over the fucking trash bags, and wrote exhaust sample. Fucking superintendent comes back from fucking vacation. He's like, what are all these fucking trash bags in there? I go, yeah, ask your fucking dummy fucking nephew who's taking fucking exhaust samples for 3 weeks. What a fucking goof. You know what? Let's roll forward here. Let's get this fucking All-Star break over because the fucking All-Star game's useless. And fucking Jack Edwards, you giant fucking tuna canoe, you stinky fuck. I hate you. And love you guys. Talk to you later. Goodbye.
Fucking go, Clocky.
Lucky.
The best in the business.
Hey, boys, happy Sunday. So today's the prank show. I got 2 for you, one we did with family and one at work. So when the kids were younger, the wife and I would take Oreos, and throughout the sleeve, we would take a few out, a few of the creams out, and we would replace them with white Arm & Hammer toothpaste and just throw them back in there and watch the kids go to town. It was
cruel.
the best thing in the world. Another one is when I was at a restaurant. I won't name it, but I had an aunt that worked there, and she was kind of one of the bosses, and we used to pick up the phone. It was one of those multi-line ones, and if you put it on hold, it would blink, even if nobody was on the other line. And she was the type of person that if her kids called, it could be a 3-hour wait, she would get the phone. So we would do that, and we would put mayo on the inside of the receiver. So she would pick it up and put it on her head to talk, and she'd get mayo all over her. Danny, when you're done throwing up, you're welcome. Love you guys. Have a great one.
I want to put Clocky in a diaper and feed him a bottle.
Dude, imagine Clocky at that diaper place.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
Feed him a bottle. I think it would be hilarious.
He'd be like, I'll let you do that, kid. Son.
The bottle's got, not milk in it. It's got
Kahlua.
Irish
Kahlua.
coffee.
Something else.
All right, you ready?
I think he would like that.
What's going on, boys? Dude, hilarious show last week. Joey Boat's fucking mad funny, dude. Mad funny, dude. Sitting here listening to you guys today, fucking right before the show. And the show just started, whatever. All of a sudden I get a knock on the door. Boom. Somebody hits my car outside. But the people actually stopped to, let me know that they hit it. So that was awesome. And they had insurance and everything. So that's awesome. So it's, not really a big deal. But still, in the long run, kind of sucked. So, boom, I come back inside, slap you guys in on the AirPods, and it's Joey Boats talking about this lady turning blue and eating lasagna, calling for lasagna. So I was dying. I was rolling. Anyways, just talking about pranks real quick. My mother-in-law, she got one leg. So, this is kind of something that still happens to this day. It's an ongoing prank, or I don't know if it's a prank or whatever you call it, but, she got one leg. So, when she gets drunk and she gets annoying or aggravating sometimes, every once in a while, somebody's been known to hide her leg on her. And at their old house up in New Hampshire, they have one of those twisty spiral staircases. So trying to see a one-legged drunk lady crawling up and down a spiral staircase stairs looking for her leg. It's always a good time. Anyways, look forward to hearing the next episode, boys. Mark Lewis still fucking sucks.
Yes. Kev OC, let's
Kevin
go.
O'Connell.
Hey guys, I'm not quite sure if this is a prank, but I remember a few years back, we were hanging down Southie, probably at the beer garden. Josh was there, so I'd mention with Josh
Anthony
being
Riccardi.
there with the guys tonight. So I was asking him, hey Josh, what are you doing tonight? He's like, going on a date with a girl. I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't know you're dating a girl. He's like, yeah, I think I'm going to break up with her. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I haven't seen her for about 2 weeks. I told her my name was Steve, and I'm a paralegal. I'm like, oh, that's great. He's like, yeah, I think I'm going to end it. Might be catfishing, might be a prank, but pure Josh, just lying for no reason. Have a good one, guys. Bye.
Told some girls it's paralegal. That's, by the way, real quick, I got to say this
I
before.
got a funny
I'll
story.
forget this real quick. I'll forget this real quick.
Mind.
So, one of the best. I used to have this boss that I worked for. This guy, Tom Quinn, awesome guy. He's got double barrel hearing aids, right? You're talking, oh man, BA. I tell you right now, bud, you are one of the funniest guys I've ever met, right? And if he takes his hearing aids out, he's completely deaf, right? And I'm like, what was that like? Like he had a couple great lines when I was like, because I was younger. I was like, Quinn, I'm like, do you ever like want to cheat on your wife? Because we were like 23 or whatever, and he was like 33, and he was married. It's like, bud, let me tell you right now, you feel that way. You jump in the bathroom, you grab a Dove bar, and you go to town, and you feel better immediately. So he said with his brothers when he was little, he goes, my mother would make him vacuum the house. He goes, he'd have to take his hearing aids out because it would buzz like his hearing aids. And he goes, and his brothers would just unplug the vacuum in each room, so he never got anything done.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, we're on a prank time.
That story funny. That was
tough.
Yeah. So that story is kind of funny because, like, for some reason, when I would go into Southie and meet these guys up, like, for some reason, like, I always had to come up with some stupid lie to, like, try to hook up with the girls. And it was like, if I just didn't do that, then I probably would have been a hell of a lot more successful. But I had to do it. So I told this girl one night, and I dated her for a little bit, but it was fucking hilarious because we met her. We met them out, Jimmy and I, and then I said to Jimmy, I said, I think I'm gonna call that girl. What did you think? He was like, yeah, she was cute, and I'm like, all right, I'll call her up. And I went over to her house, went over to where she lived, and I met her, and we were out. Oh, I said, yeah, but I had lied to her. I said I lived in South Boston. Like, I was living at home. So I lied to her, and I was like, I lived in South Boston. So when I called her up, I said, hey, what's going on? She's like, oh, I didn't think you were going to call me. And I was like, yeah. It's like, I said, she's like, where you at? And I'm like, well, I just had to move home. My buddy who I was subletting the apartment from moved back from his European trip, and so I'm back at the house. She's like, oh, okay.
That old chestnut.
So she was like,
so
oh,
outlandish thing.
So I was like, so I was like, all right. I said, yeah, you want to go out? And so we went out, and we were having drinks or something. And she was like, I said, yeah, I'm working over here and working, at this building over here. And she's like, oh. She's like, what do you do? And I'm like, I'm an iron worker. And she's like, oh, I thought you said you were a landscape architect. And I was like, no, I don't think so. I said, I may have said that. I mean, I don't know why I would have said that.
Yeah.
And it was just a terrible
Dude,
cover.
I was just joshing.
Dude, I may have told this very early in the podcast, but me and Josh were at a bar. Like, we used to always go to Lucky's, which at the time was like the cool bar to go to. Like, that's how long ago this was. So we're at Lucky's in Southie, and like I'm sitting there and got my fucking half trench leather on, just trying to fucking dangle, And Josh is like, I walk to the bathroom, I come back, he's talking to this girl, and he's like, hey, there's the guy, this is the guy. And I'm like, what's up? And he's like, this is my buddy. He's like, he's the one who is really good. His family's very close with Robert De Niro. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, he's from New York. He's just visiting for the weekend. He's an actor too. He's in a play with he calls him Bob. That's what you call him, Bobby. And I'm like, looking at Josh. I'm like, you gonna make me do this right now? And I'm like, because there's nothing in it for me.
Yeah,
I'm not banging this girl. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, Bobby. And he's like, one thing he'll say about Bobby, and he's launching this thing. He's like, you were telling me the other night you were in his kitchen drinking wine, and what he says about this girl's about to give up on her dream of being an actress. And I told her, and I'm like sitting there, and I'm like, you can't believe this is happening, right? So we're like sitting there. I tell her fucking tales for like an hour, right? Nobody bangs her, first of all.
Right.
Then so she's like, I'm like, yeah, I gotta go back to New York. Josh keeps being like, he's got a show tomorrow night. He's gonna go back to New York. I have to be back in New York. Yeah, of course I do. I gotta leave in the morning, whatever. Get on the fucking 7 bus to go to my shitty job at fucking 7 in the morning on fucking Monday. And this girl's sitting across
she
from
is.
me. And I stink like cigarettes because I was in the beer garden till like 11 the night before
Right,
eating
right.
Chinese food afterwards. And she's looking at me and she's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, sorry.
I didn't
Like,
realize at the time. I didn't
I'm on the
realize
way
how
to my
much.
play.
I didn't realize how much stress I was putting on my buddies, like coming up with these ridiculous stories. And I don't think I really had to do it, but that's what I did.
Well, that's what you did.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
I don't regret it. I do regret it a little bit.
It all
No,
worked.
so I
you know what?
posted
It all worked out.
I posted the prank of me on Tommy and Tess when they were little this
Yeah.
morning at Storyland. If you haven't seen it, it was instinctual. I didn't do it on purpose. We walked into Storyland for the first time. First place we went is Three Bears' house. They go upstairs. You know, Three Bears, my porridge is too warm, mine's whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Mine's just right. And they get in the beds and I go, oh, you hear that? Tommy's like, what? And I go, Three Bears are home. And he was like, no, they're not. And I go, yeah, dude, I just heard him downstairs. And he has a look of terror on his face.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, you better go,
I
you
saw
better
it.
go. Like, I never eased up on it. But that is because my father is a consummate great ball buster and a great prank puller.
Right.
Like, he used to do shit like that. Like, he would, let you would be driving on a long road trip, sitting shotgun with him, and I'd be looking out the window, completely fucking daydreaming, and he would all of a sudden slap his hand across the chest and go, ah! And just scare the shit out of you.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's how I grew
That's
up.
what you have to do.
Yeah, and I like that. Keep people on their toes. You know what I mean?
I told this story about me and my brother and our cousins
Yeah.
up in the
Oh, the
attic.
lobster thing?
Yeah, the lobster room.
Yeah.
I told that story, right?
Yeah.
My uncles and my father used to it was an unfinished bedroom up in the attic of my grandparents' house in Cambridge. And it was all fiberglass insulation. So it's just all pink. The whole room's pink. Right. And there was boards on the floor so that you don't step on the ceiling
Yep.
below, and come crashing through into my aunt's house. They would shove us in there as little kids, just shove us in there on the planks and be like, hey, once you're in there, don't move off these planks, but there's a bunch of lobsters that are going to stop pinching you if you stop moving. And they would shove us in there, slam the door, and shut the lights off. So now we're just standing there fucking frozen with fiberglass insulation everywhere and thinking lobsters are going to start chomping us.
Are we lumping this into the prank thing, or
Yeah,
is
yeah,
this,
it's just
a prank
it's
thing.
just as
It's
a
just-
sickness of a parent,
It's basically
crazy
just
parents?
child abuse. Child abuse. I thought this was the child
Dude,
abuse
I
show.
we're
gotta
talking about
say,
pranks.
I've told this. I think I told this thing wicked early in the show, but I'm gonna tell it. My roommate in college, Chris Vachon, was a great prankster. He loved doing pranks on people. We had a radio show together on the public radio show. The only slot we get was 7 a.m. He's like, we'll do it. It'll be a lot of fun. So we did it. By the second day, he's like, this is boring. He's like, call us the fucking. I never forget. He calls the fucking the cafeteria, and he's like, is it true there's piss in the bacon? Is it true you piss in the bacon? And the guy's like, what? All of a sudden, the station manager comes flying, and he's like, whoa, what the fuck are you guys doing? He was driving Howard Stern of college radio.
Yeah.
So,
Paul
anyways,
Giamatti.
he always had great pranks. So we graduated college. Now you got to remember at this time for the people at home that there really wasn't cell phone. There was barely texting. We're 23. There's not a lot of there's no the internet's there, but it's everything's email. You're not texting all the time. It's just very different. There's not as much on the internet even at that point.
Right.
So I'm at work at State Street. I'm miserable. That was my first job out of college that I could get. They got health insurance. So I'm working at State Street. So he calls me one day and he's like, Mo. He's like, that's my nickname from college and from growing up. He goes, Mo. I go, you got to hear this. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I got 2 minutes. He's like, all right. So, Ryan, I won't say the last name, but he's like, kid played lacrosse with him. He was a year older than us. He goes, so dude, I called him up, right? And I told him I'm one of the coaches for the Blazers, the Boston Blazers. We're having an open tryout. We've identified his numbers are very attractive to us. He goes, the tryout is in 3 months at the Boston Garden. He goes, I think he fucking fell for it, right? And I'm like, I gotta go. My boss is coming. And I forgot about it. I totally forgot about it, right? So I'm like, at that time, I was still living at home. I go into Boston. We're at Southie. We're actually at the beer garden. I see Ty Hammert, my buddy. And I go, hey, how's Ryan doing? This is a couple months later. And he's like, dude. He goes, he's got to try out with the Blazers. Yeah. He's been on creatine. He's been fucking going nuts, dude, eating a perfect diet. And I'm looking at him like, oh, my God. And I'm like, he goes, he's been working out with his hometown high school team, right? Like working out with his varsity high school team, right? So I go, listen, I got to tell you something. Ty works for me now. Like we're
That
still
was
very
me.
close. I go, no, it wasn't me. It was for sure. It was my buddy Chris.
Yeah.
I go, hey, that's a joke, dude. I go, Chris made it up, and he looked at me, he goes, I don't think we should. I'm gonna pretend you never told me that. I'm just gonna let it go.
Yeah.
He shows up to the garden. He's knocking on the doors, right? And finally, like a janitor comes, and he's like,
What do you
"Hello?"
want?
And he's like, "Yeah, they had a tryout for the Blazers." And the guy's like, "Dude, they work out in Worcester. Like, there's never been a Blazers practice here ever. 3 months, dude. He dragged this thing.
Terrible.
And like, he lives in France now, so he's never gonna get
I love
killed.
how
but-
I love how the janitor said hello.
yeah, that's how he said it.
I had
Surprised
a great,
I'm
I had a
told.
great prank.
All right, hold on. I gotta scrub by and get out for 1 second. Go ahead. You can tell it to Fitzy.
I got a great.
I can hear you.
I got a good prank. Couple good. Oh, I got a few good prank stories. That one of them I was talking about last night was high school baseball. I don't know if it was probably senior year, and we had a practice at like, I don't know if it was a Sunday, Saturday, but we were drinking at my house because my mother must have been away, which was kind of rare. But I remember this so clearly. We were drinking beers at my house. We were all fucking kind of drunk, and we were like, we had the phone number list for everybody on the team, on the baseball team, and we came up with this thing like, let's call them up, because we had practice the next day. So we had practice at like, I'm going to say 9 in the morning. Maybe it was 8 in the morning. We had practice at 8 in the morning the
like a
next
great
day.
one.
And I said, I'm like, let's call everybody up on the team and tell them that we're Coach Wilbur, and we're going to, and this is at 11 o'clock at night. So we call up like, hello,
It actually
Mr.
features
Shaw.
one of the guys who called in.
What?
This actually features one of the guys who called in, right? Was there Ricardi involved in that?
No, that was a different
Okay,
one.
all right, yeah.
Um,
That's a different break.
Yeah, that was a different one. But we called up like Matt Shaw's house, and his mother answered. It was 11 o'clock at night. Like we had practice at fucking 8 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, hey, Mr. Shaw, this is Coach Wilbur. I wasn't happy about how the game went the other day, and I know we have practice scheduled at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, but we're gonna do 6 a.m. And she was like, "Oh, okay." I mean, this goes to show you how naive some of these parents were. We called everybody on the team, apparently, right? The only people who didn't get called, take a guess.
The people making the call.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Dave, my neighbor now, Dave, he was one of the captains on the team, and he was at my house, but he wasn't there apparently for the calls. So he was like, I would have never have allowed that to happen. I'm like, all right, a little bit of a stick in the mud.
Settle down, Dave.
So he said, settle down,
Stick
buddy.
in the mud.
So he goes, so we pranked every single person on the team, and we showed up in the locker room. We're like, and of course we were drunk, but we showed up in the locker room, and when we got there, it was like locker room's empty. I'm like, wow, where the hell is everybody? We go out to the field, they're all out there. And this kid Liam walked up to me right away, and he goes, "I know this was you."
Yeah.
And I was never reprimanded about it for it or anything. I guess Dave caught some flack, but it was fucking perfect. Like everybody on the team was there at 6 a.m. except the people who made the phone call.
Hey, can you tell the dick on the Dunnage story?
The dick on the dunnage. The other one that I wanted to tell was this kid that I was working with for this company called DeAngelis Iron, and he was a young black kid, innocent, very innocent, and he
Like to go to diaper farms.
yeah, he liked diaper farms, and he liked ass play, and he liked, I mean,
AIDS, Jesus.
earlier on in the relationship.
Yeah.
But he was like, I said, hey, you got to go to Fenway Park tomorrow. And he's like, oh, okay. I said, yeah, you're going to be working with this guy, Paul Newell. I said, they were like literally like going to be cutting a hole in the floor, like the dirtiest, shittiest job that you could do. They're cutting a hole in the floor for a new stair coming up. But I said, hey, you're going to Fenway tomorrow. They're doing a unveiling of a David Ortiz bench. And he's like, really? I said, yeah, there's going to be a lot of dignitaries there. There's going to be the media. I said, listen, Donnie said, don't wear regular work clothes. Like, dress up a little bit. And and he's like, really? And he was I could tell he was kind of curious about me. Like he was like, I said, but I played it right. And I said, yeah. You're going to wear a button down shirt, wear like whatever but listen, you're going to be on the news. And he was like, all right. And he goes, I saw him like a couple days later and he goes, I got out of the train station. I walked over to Paul's truck and he opened he rolled the window down. He looked at me. He goes, "What the fuck are you wearing?" He had a button-down shirt on. He was ready. He was going to stardom. This kid.
Meeting with dignitaries.
All right, dick on the dunnage.
Oh, the dick on the dunnage was.
This is Maggie's favorite story.
This was at Boylston Street. We had a crane. No, we had a delivery at 5 a.m. because Boylston Street can get kind of busy, and we had to take these columns off the truck. And I was like, "How the hell are we getting these columns off the truck? Like, we don't have any. There's no fork truck there. There was no crane, and so." Long story short, we ended up putting this wood off the side of the truck and the carts down, and we pushed the columns off. And they rolled down the wood and they hit the carts, and I was like, that worked out perfectly. So we took them over to wherever we were working, and it was starting to get a little busy. It was 7 a.m. and I had taken the marker. The truck driver was there, obviously. And
explain what dunnage is first of all.
So dunnage is what goes across the bed of the truck. So when you put steel on the truck, it's like you're not just putting it flat on the truck. There's 4 by 4 by 8 foot long pieces of oak wood that it sits on. So those pieces of wood are always on the truck. It's just attached to the truck. And I drew a dick on it, and I drew like a big set of nice. Like life size dick and balls, which is not big for me.
Pubes?
Huh?
Pubes?
I probably put a couple pube dots on there.
Got
and then the truck driver was sitting on the side of the truck, and I had drawn that on there, and I'm like. I kind of forgot that I did it. And he goes, and this guy's on the phone next to the truck. And he's not the brightest bulb on the beach, as we say.
He's a lowly truck driver.
Yeah, he's a lowly truck driver.
Yeah.
And he goes, he's on the phone. And then all of a sudden, and now the sidewalk's getting kind of busy because it's 7:30, 7:45, people going to work. And he goes, all right. He saw it. He saw it. He goes, all right. Who drew the dick on the dunnage?
Yeah.
And I go, I looked over and I was like, oh, I'm like, who? Nah, no one here did. I said, I don't even have a marker. And he's like, he's like, come on, you don't have a marker on you? And I said, no, I don't have a marker on me. And it just turned into this big fiasco within the company because the owner was like, who drew that dick on the dunnage? And I was like, fucking one of the greatest lines I've ever heard in my life. Like, who drew the dick on the dunnage? And he yelled it out. Like, now we got all these like
people going to work to the job like State Street and shit.
Friggin' hilarious.
Heads turning.
To the dick on the dunnage.
Fucking truck driver's a real stick in the mud.
I got another funny prank call stories when we were in high school and we were fucking pranking people. And at that time it was like no one had cell phones. Like you wanted to prank call someone, you just open the phone book and you fucking prank them. So we called up this guy. His name was like John Rice, and we were like, we called him up. Like, all right, let's call him up. Let's give him his tell him he ordered Chinese food, and we called him up. He's like, hello, like, hello, Mr. Rice. And this is kind of funny that we were talking about because I told the girls the stories. I told my kids the stories. Like, Dad, you can't do an Asian accent. I'm like, well, can I do an Irish accent? Like, what is that racist?
Yeah.
Like, come on, we're doing accents here. We're talking about how people talk, and I'm like, they were like, hello, Mr. Rice. your Chinese food ready for pickup. And he's like, huh? He goes, I didn't order any Chinese food. I go, yeah, you order pork fried rice, beef lo mein, and whatever else. He's like, he goes, no, I didn't order any Chinese food. Yeah, your Chinese food ready for pickup. And he's like, no, I didn't order any Chinese. Hangs up. I'm like, of course, we call him back. We go, Mr. Rice, your Chinese food ready for pickup. And he goes, I didn't order Chinese food. I go, beef lo mein, pork fried rice. And he's like, he's like, I didn't order any Chinese food. We call him back again. And he goes, I'm like, how come Mr. Rice, you gotta pick up your Chinese food. And he's like, that's it. I've had enough. He goes, I'm not gonna do it. So then my buddy Kaz calls him back at the last time he called. I mean, we're going back 30 years ago, and it's amazing that the guy still answered the phone. He goes, hello. And my buddy Kaz goes, hello, Mr. Rice. This is Detective Wu from the Wakefield Police Department. How come you don't pick up your Chinese food?
And then you called him back and you said, fine, you make your own rice.
Fine, you make your own rice. Rice.
All right, last one, because then we're going to do Patreon.
No.
You got to tell the story about when you got wicked. This is, by the way, that story did happen like 30 years ago. This story happened like 10 years ago.
Which one?
When Dave had the group text with all our friends about like having people over.
That was a beauty. And so my buddy Dave, my neighbor, good friend of mine, lives next door to me. He was like, I can't remember what the scenario was.
He sent a group text out to all of us. But he had like a bunch of like guys that he works with on it, so you wouldn't know their numbers.
I don't know them all, but I know some of his buddies.
So it said like having people over for the game on Sunday, playoff game, whoever wants to come over, whatever.
Yeah,
right?
whatever it was, whatever the scenario was. And I was like, I texted back to it because I had met some of his buddies. I know some of his buddies, but I don't have their numbers in my phone. And it was a group text, and he goes, and I said, my response was, "Hi, you buddy," and it was like an inside joke between Dave and I. Like his buddies wouldn't have known it, but I was just like, maybe I'll go to the thing that he's having at his house. But I that's what I text back. Hi, you buddy. The next day, and this is what kind of pissed me off, was the next day, one of the buddies on the group message, he must have had an Android or something. You know what I mean? Like, he was like, he saw
got
the
it like
text.
individually.
Yeah, he must have got it individually. Yeah. So he texted back, who is this?
Yeah.
Who are you? Or something. And I was like, what the fuck? I mean, who does that? Like, you don't text someone individually back that you don't even know.
Yeah.
He goes, who are you? And so my first reaction was, I'm going to text this. I'm going to just, this is what I'm going to write. And I wrote back, I said, it's your worst fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
And that, because that's what you would write back in that scenario, wouldn't you? I mean, I don't think I'm alone in this.
Wouldn't you?
You write that back. You're like, it's your worst fucking nightmare, buddy. And so I don't know what happened after that, but I think he called me. He called me and he was like, hey.
No, he goes, yeah, go ahead.
He did call me. He called me and he was like, "Hey, who is this? Hey, what's going on?" And so this is how to preface the story. I was at my house. I was ready to pick up my daughters who are at daycare, and I was sitting in the house and I'm like, "What the fuck is this kid? Is this kid serious?" And so he called and I'm like, "Hello," and he goes, "Who is this?" And I go, who the fuck is this? Now I'm thinking that Dave's buddies, because I know some of them. I'm thinking that they're fucking with me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, who's this? Who are you? And he's like, well, yeah, I got a text message, and I go, I gotta tell you right now, you son of a bitch, I'm gonna slice your jugular vein. Like I was going all in because I'm thinking like he's fucking with me.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like I'm saying to myself, I'm like, I'm gonna go, I'm doubling down. So I'm gonna see you ever call this number again, I'm gonna slice your jugular vein. And he's like so he hung up. So I'm like, I'm chuckling, like, I'm not gonna let these guys get one over on me. And then I get another call, like there's a couple more text messages sent, and then I get another call, and it's like, hello, is this Mr. Riley? And I said, yeah. Mr. Riley, like, this is Detective Anderson from the Reading Police Department. And I said, oh, okay. Oh, yeah? This is Detective Anderson? Yeah, what do you got, buddy? And this guy's like, well, I got a complaint that you're making threatening text messages and phone calls to an employee of the Reading High School or something. And I said, I go, oh, yeah? Oh, I'm going to tell you right now. That motherfucker calls this phone again. I am going to slice his family up. Like, I was laying down. I was going
All in.
all in. And I was like, I'm going to go to the house. I'm going to pour gasoline around the whole house. I'm going to light it on fire. Like, everyone's going to die. You understand that, right, Detective Anderson? And he's like, are you at, he said, like, my address.
Yeah.
And I was like, I go, oh, what? And he's like, are you
do you
at
know that?
Linwood Ave in Medford? And I'm like, I said, yeah. I said, wait a second. Now. I go, is this
really a call?
Is this really? Are you really a police officer? And he's like, I'm Detective Anderson from Reading Police Department. And I was like, oh. I go, wait a second. I think there's a little misunderstanding here. I said, what is this call pertaining to? And he was like, you are harassing somebody. And I was like, I'm like, oh, okay, wait a second. Now there was a group message, and I said, he goes, do you know Dave Blanchard? I'm like, yeah, he's one of my good friends. And he goes, okay. And I said, there was a group message, and this guy, I explained the whole story, and he goes, okay, yeah, I gotta. I go, listen, dude, I thought these guys were busting my balls. I didn't realize, so I was doubling down, and he goes, all right, I think I understand what's going on here. It turns out that the kid who texted me, like, who is this, and then called me, some shit happened to him, but his house got broken into, like, a year before that. So let me preface it by saying, like, Dave called me shortly after.
By the way,
that. He goes,
my buddy Dave
dude,
is like the one of our friends that, like, you don't like.
Yeah.
He like has a short fuse, and like he would not find this particularly funny.
No,
especially if
he
it
was
pertains
like,
to his,
he goes,
people.
dude, he calls me, he called me up, he goes, dude, what the fuck are you doing? And I go, I'm like, dude, I said, I thought I was busting your buddy's balls. He goes, no. He goes, you don't understand what's going on. So apparently this kid who I was busting his balls, he had his house broken into like a year before, and he Googled my telephone number, and it came up as Josh Riley, and he Googled Josh Riley, and the first person that came up was like a fucking armed robber. So talk about a comedy,
which was
of
also
errors.
him.
So it was like an armed robber.
Cat
So this
bird
kid
one.
thinks
Josh.
this kid was thinking that the person that broke into his house is now
Now fucking
harassing
with
him.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit! I'm like, Jesus. I said to Dave, I'm like, how you can't blame me for that, right? And he's like, dude, what the fuck? So
You can't blame me for that.
Yeah.
like, and so anyways, to top it all off, I said, listen, do you want me to give him a call and smooth it over? He's like, yeah, I think you got to call him up. And I was like, all right. So I called this guy up. I go, hey buddy. I was a little more cheerful.
Were you tempted, by the way, at that point to just go back in?
Yeah, fuck with him.
You're like, I'm gonna kill you. If I see you walking on the streets, you better be careful.
Don't ever call
and I go,
this number
so I go,
again.
hey, buddy, hey, Jesus, that was kind of funny, huh? And he's like, he's on the other line. He's like, yeah. And I said, I'm like, hey, listen, I know you don't know me. I said, I was just busting balls. I said, maybe we can have a beer over this one of these days. We'll have a laugh. And he goes,
It's like, I'm on dry
he goes,
January.
I don't think so. Yeah. He goes, I don't think so. And I'm like, well, you know what? I don't blame you.
Yeah.
And I really don't want to have a beer with you because you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Dude, by the way, one of the lines of Josh used, by the way, I have a great memory for what I think are great stories. One of the lines Josh actually used to the detective was, goes, buddy, I'm going to come down there, I'm going to wrap my balls around your neck. Imagine saying that to a detective and then be like, oh.
Oh, I was doubling.
This is a misunderstanding, detective officer.
All right, so listen, we're going to do the Patreon.
You know what? I got one more great
go
story.
ahead.
I got one more good one. Is when Russ and I went to a job, and and the super on the job for Jay and May was like, he goes, he was trying to be a tough guy. He goes, oh, let me guess, AGF Steel? Like, yeah, we got a little job to do here for today. And he goes, yeah, let me guess, you don't have any tools, nothing, right? And I said, well, no, they're not here yet. I mean, the truck driver brings the tools, the lowly fucking truck driver. And he's like, oh yeah, all right. Well, let me tell you. He goes, let me show you where you're working. He goes, who's the welder in this out of you guys? And I said, well, we can both weld. I said, but Russ is gonna weld. He goes, you're a good welder. He goes, because this is finish. He goes, you're gonna weld it and grind it down. It's finished steel. And he's like, Russ is like, yeah, I'm a good welder. And he goes, he kind of raised his eyebrows. Like, yeah, he goes, this is finished. And I go, buddy, he's a great welder. I said, he'll weld the crack of your ass with his flesh rod. And then there's a laborer standing next to the super, and he goes, the laborer took a second, and he goes,
Flip the script. How do you react?
he was not happy with it. He was like, huh? I go, yeah, well, listen, he's such a good welder. He'll weld the crack of your ass with his flesh rod. He didn't like it. But hey,
it happens. You know what I mean?
Sometimes.
This episode has showed me why Josh doesn't believe in God. You know what I mean? You're not getting in.
I don't think
I hate to break it to you.
I don't. Well, you don't have to break it to me. I don't think I'm gonna get in.
Yeah, but what if what if God's like he brought so much joy to other people?
Well,
but that's so much pain.
I feel
to
like
people.
God. I
It's
feel
so
like
much
God.
pain. Like
I feel
the
like
pranks, it's just
there's
too
a lot.
much.
I've brought a lot of pain on people.
Yeah.
But I feel like God's like. I
That
feel
poor
like
guy that called fucking the
this is
detective in Reading,
honestly-
he's like, fucking,
this is honestly the
you
way
a
I
cat
think.
burglar
This is honestly the way.
Hey,
I
listen,
think
our
of
buddy
it.
Dave told us he was a pussy afterwards.
in your
anyway, so
shitty
fuck that
diaper?
guy.
This
Josh
is
is
honest,
just robbing houses in his diaper.
Fitzy. This is literally, and I'm not joking. This is the way I think about it. I think if there is a God and there is a place to go when you die,
Yep.
then God is going to be like, I like that motherfucker because he questioned if I'm around. God's not going to be like, what? You question me? Oh, you can't go in. Go to hell.
Yeah.
Like, how stupid is that?
No one respects blind faith.
No, it's like
God's gonna be like,
God's
he-
gonna be like, you know what,
he
buddy?
had his own
I like
mind.
you.
Yeah.
You know what? And you did the right
You're a bit
thing
of a
when you were
shit,
on it.
you
You
know?
did the right
Yeah.
thing when you were on Earth. But you know
Yeah.
what?
You pranked a couple motherfuckers, but you're a good shit.
You were funny. Imagine if he goes, you were pretty funny.
He goes, dude, I got a couple chuckles
Yeah,
on that
yeah,
guy.
yeah. You know
what?
And the guy
I
comes
like-
up behind Josh, and it's the guy. He's like, hey, I'm the guy who called the police on me. He's
Yeah.
like, hell!
Yeah. Imagine if you get in, I get in, and God goes, God goes, hey, remember when you sent that kid to Fenway Park and he
Yeah.
was wearing a button-down shirt?
Yeah.
That was fucking funny as hell.
All right, listen, we're gonna go to the Patreon.
Yeah. Hell of
Hey,
an
we had a
episode.
blast. We
Let's
missed
fucking
Danny
go.
this
Yeah.
Great
week.
episode.
We'll
Danny will be back next week.
Yeah. But we live to tell a tale. So, and by the way, we didn't even touch the fucking iceberg with something I wanted to talk about. But that's the good news because you're going to be on
With the
many
Patreon.
times. So
Yeah.
we're coming up on 100 episodes soon, Fitzy.
Ooh.
This is
Creeping.
97.
Yeah, creeping up there.
Hot 97. All right. We love you. Peace.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, America.